particular, we're looking at an article that talks about why my card is being declined. So it's an article that gives you, certain steps that you can take or you should take if your card is being declined by or while shopping at this company. Okay, so we're going to listen to this article. It's pretty lengthy, but then we're going to have you guys read parts of it. Yeah, we'll answer questions as we have you read it to make sure we understand what we're reading. And then we're going to move on and have you guys talk about what would you do if your credit card was declined while you were shopping in the store. Okay, so we're going to take all the things that we read about and try to kind of maybe apply some of those things into what you would do if you were in a similar kind of situation. Okay, so that's what we're going to do today. But before we start, let's have you guys introduce yourselves. So let's begin with Lynn. Lynn?
I'm Miss. I'm from Vietnam. Now I live in Ho Chi Minh today.
Okay, very good. So Lynn, let's start you off with a warm-up question here. So Lynn, have you ever had your credit card declined?
Yes, I had a credit card line when I booked my hotel, but then my card don't have enough money.
Ah, I see. Okay, very good. So then what did you do?
I have my money to the card.
Okay, you banked your money into your card. Okay.
Yeah.
So that you had enough money to process the transaction?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So in the end, you were able to successfully make your hotel booking using your credit card, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, super, good. Thank you for that, Lynn. I'm going to keep going. Let's go next to Trung. Trung, go ahead.
Yes, teacher, nice to see you again. And with two white people. My name is Trung. I'm from Vietnam also. Now I live in Vietnam in Ho Chi Minh City. I work in logistics. Yes.
Okay. And same question for you, Trung. Have you ever had your credit card declined?
I think a lot of time. Yes.
Okay. So can you give us an example of one time and what happened?
Maybe it's the first time with me. I remember because I take the wrong information and they deny. Yes, and recently because my credit card is out. My car is out of debt and out of debt.
What, sorry?
Out of debt. Experience it's on the day for using the car is out of.
You mean like it's expired? Your credit card was expired?
Yes.
Okay, let's try that. So my credit card got declined because my card was expired. Can you repeat that for me? So my credit card got declined because my card was expired.
My credit card got denied because my decline because my car it was expired.
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 Yeah, expired means when the date has already passed for your credit card to be active, to be usable. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you, Trung. Yeah, let's keep going. Tanvir, go ahead. Okay, great. Thank you, Tanvir, for being here. So have you ever had your credit card declined?
Dạ hả? Bây giờ đang học bên Giang, online mà có mạng rồi.
For shopping. Digital line có hẳn bây giờ thì sẽ không online đi học cụ thể đi học là chuyển sang đi học for shopping.
Sorry, can you repeat that again? So it was your friend who tried to use this credit card?
Dạo đa số thì Giang
Got it. I see. Mm-hmm. So they said that.
có your friend with the present for shopping.
Con học gì chút ngồi lại cho Khang nói tiếng
So
Anh
what
lại.
did you do there? How did you resolve that situation?
Because
Okay,
present here I purchased I go to buy.
Oh, very good. Yeah. Okay, good examples. Yeah. So thank you, everyone. I think we've all had instances, yeah, where our card has been declined. So yeah, I was trying to think of an example too. For me, it happens fairly often, like at the supermarket. Yeah, especially when the terminal that they're using, yeah, the credit card terminal is not functioning with the bank. Yeah, so somehow the transaction is not going through, and then the card kind of stalls. Yeah, so then I have to use another card because that bank is the transaction for that bank is going through. Yeah, so that's something that's happened to me while out grocery shopping. Yeah. So guys, now let's take a look at the article where we're going to learn about a variety of different ways in which we can deal with this kind of situation when our credit card declines. So I'm going to play the recording first, and then let's have you guys read parts of it so we can also then answer some questions to check our comprehension. Let's begin by listening. Here we go.
Thanks for shopping. The most common reasons why your credit card may be declined when you make a payment are the address, the zip code and security code, CVN, CVV, that you entered while checking out doesn't match the information that the bank has on file. To fix this, try checking out again with the correct information. The charge will put you over your credit limit if it's a credit card, or there's not enough money in the account to cover the amount of the charge if it's a debit card or a prepaid credit card. To make sure that's not the problem, check your balance with your credit card company. You just made another payment, usually for an alternate account, with the same card within the past few minutes, and the card you're trying to check out is for the same amount. Our payment processor tries to prevent duplicate charges. You're trying to use a prepaid credit card. We do accept prepaid credit cards, but sometimes these cards need to be activated first. If you're having a problem with a prepaid card, call the number on your card and see if they can help you figure out why the charge is being declined. Your credit card company thinks the charge may be suspicious or fraudulent, or blocks internet-only card-not-present transactions, unless you call them to authorize the charge. To fix this, call the number on your card and ask if the charge is being flagged as possibly fraudulent. If none of those seem like they're the right reason, or your credit card company tells you that the charge should be successful but it's still failing, open a support request in the account payments category. We'll help you figure out what the problem is and how you can fix it.
Okay, so now, it's pretty lengthy. So let's have you guys read it so we can kind of have a second round of listening to the content here. So I'm going to start at the top with Lynn. Lynn, if you could take the first. Okay, let's have you read the first 3 paragraphs, Lynn.
Something with somewhat reason why your credit card may be denied. When you make a payment, the address is called a security card, CVN, CVV, that is interest while checking out. That's the information that bank has on file. To fit this, try checking out again with the current information. The charge would put you over your credit limit if it's a credit card, or there's enough money in the account to cover the amount of the charge. If it's a debit card or a prepaid credit card, to make sure that not the problem, just ask your payment with your credit card company.
Okay, great. Yeah, thank you for that, for the read there. So, Lynn, based on the part that you read, what should you do if you've entered the wrong information?
You can check out again with and with the correct information.
Okay, very good. Yeah. So what's another reason that your credit card might be declined?
Is you uh you trust would put your over your credit limit.
Okay, so let's stop there. Let's focus on that now. What does that mean, Lynn? When the charge.
Either you
Go ahead.
either you pay a lot of money than money you have in your credit.
Very good. So you try to charge more than what you are allowed to on your credit card. Let's try that. So you or when you try to charge more than what's allowed on your credit card. Can we try that, Lynn?
When you try to charge more than what's allowed on the credit.
Okay, very good. And I'm going to go next to Jerome. So, what's another reason why your debit card or prepaid card might be declined?
If this car or prepaid car it declined because there is not enough money in account to cover the money of the charge.
Okay, sure. Very good. Yeah. Thank you for that, guys. Let's keep going now. So we're going to stay on Truong. Truong, let's have you read the next two paragraphs.
Yes. You just make another payment, usually for an alternate account with the same car within the past few minutes, and the card you're trying to check out is for the same amount. Uh, our payment processor try to prevent duplicate charge. You are trying to use a repay credit card. We do accept repay credit card, but sometimes this card need to be act, active, activated first. If you having a problem with a repay card, call the number on your car and see if they can help you figure out why the charge is being declined.
Okay, very good. Yeah. So here they talk about the payment processor in the first paragraph that you read. So what does the payment processor try to stop?
Because they some payment it needs to the time for doing for and in system in system they think it's the same charge, and they stop.
Okay, so the payment processor tries to stop because why? Well, why do they try to stop?
Because they are afraid the duplicate charge.
Okay, yeah, because they're afraid that you're making a duplicate charge or that you're being charged. What? So what does it mean, a duplicate charge?
It's a 2 time for payment.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So like you're being paid twice or you're being charged twice. So the payment processor tries to avoid you from paying more than once. Yeah. Let's try that. So the payment, and we want to try, guys, to use a complete sentence structure when we answer. Yeah. So the payment processor tries to stop people from paying maybe twice. Can we try that, Trump?
Yes. The payment processor try to stop people from paying twice.
From paying twice. Okay, very good. Yeah. So I'm gonna go next to Tanvir. So Tanvir, what does the next paragraph say about using your prepaid card?
Your credit card can be here only a week.
Sorry, Tanvir, I can't hear you. Can you say that again?
May I read this paragraph?
No. Oh, yeah. Okay, sure.
Okay.
Oh no. No, not that. I'm still on the second paragraph of what Trump read. Yeah.
Second paragraph. You're trying to use prepaid card. This one.
That's the one. Yeah. So what happens? Yeah. Well, what are they saying here about when you're trying to use your prepaid card?
In this paragraph, the paragraph says that your card must be activated first. After activation, you may use your credit card or debit card.
Okay.
If the card is activated, not activated, you can use it.
Okay. Very good. So, what does the article say about calling the number on your card? When should you call the number on the card?
When you have a problem regarding your card or debit card, you may call the helpline number and tell the number of your credit card number or your
Sure. What the problem is. Okay, very good. So let's keep going. Tanvir, can you read the next few paragraphs?
your credit card company the charge to the business or fraudulent or stocks into the account card not present. A transaction number you call them acknowledge the charge. If you call the number and your bank ask if the charge is being that as possible. You must be that they are right reason or your debit card company told you that the charge should be successful, but it's still waiting. Open a support request in the account payment category. We shall be help you. Yeah, we will help you figure out what the problem is and how you can fix it.
Okay, very good. We'll help you figure out. Okay, very good. So let's look at this. So here in the first paragraph that you read, Tanvir, they talk about calling the number on your card again. So in this instance, why should you call the number on your card?
Because the card number is the identity of that card, and the card number, two card numbers, the company figure out the person who is the authorizer of this card.
Okay, but here, so why should you call the number? Why should you call the helpline? in this case, in this particular instance?
To check out the authorized charge.
To check the
Authorized.
okay, so you need to check who authorized the charge.
Yeah.
Okay. So is it to check who authorized the charge?
That possible for maybe there is a fraud on your credit card number.
Okay. Yes, exactly. You have to check if there was fraud, or if you know that there wasn't a fraud because you authorized it, right? Then you might want to check it too. Okay, yeah. So one last question. I'm going to go to the top again to Lynn. So Lynn, what should you do if all this advice that we read didn't solve your problem? What is it saying in the last paragraph?
Use you can open spot request in the account category.
Okay, absolutely. Yeah, open a ticket. Yeah, open a support ticket. In this particular category. Good. Yeah. So that's all the questions I have for you guys. Now let's move on and have you talk about what are some things that you did or you would do in the event that your credit card got declined while you were shopping in a store. Okay, and you're going to be using your own credit card. Let that scenario be that instance. Okay, so you're using your own credit card, but your credit card got declined. What would you do? And what are some of the first things that you would do? Okay, so I want each of you to actually ask this question to the next person in the classroom. So let's start with Lynn. Yeah, Lynn, can you ask the question to Trump?
Yes.
I can
Yeah, the question is, what would you do if your credit card got declined while shopping in a store?
What did you do when your credit card has got delayed when it's found? Thank you.
Yes.
What would you do when you check?
That's the question there, yeah? Jerome, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay.
If my car, teacher, because I'm not using the credit card, I just using the repay card.
Debit card, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Prepaid debit card, okay.
Yes.
So let's change the question to debit card, yeah?
Yes.
What would you do if your prepaid or debit card got declined?
Yes. If have the decline, I will checking the information again, make sure the all information is correct. If it's by my mistake, I will correct them. If it's not my phone, I will contact with the uh, the the changer, because in a ready car, in the car, in every bank they have the information for contact with if you have problem, and we will call them and they will help you. And I also to call them sometime, and they will confirm information about you for you read your name, your number, identify your birthday to make sure you are the owner of the car. Yes.
Right, absolutely. Yeah. You have to go through some security questions, right? When you call the card number. Okay, very good. Yeah. Thank you for that. So let's keep going. Tron, can you ask the same question to Tanvir?
Yes, Tanvina. Hello. What would you do if your credit card got declined while shopping in the store?
First of all, I check all the information I need by using a credit card. If all the information is correct and the card is declined by shopping, next process the time and check out figure out ask them what's the problem that why they can't you while shopping and or figure out the problem. Some security questions are asked by helpline will change. Actual
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, so you're going to call the helpline, make sure that they, can confirm that you are the card owner, and then hopefully we can help you out. Okay, surely. Yeah. Okay, good. Tamir, can you ask the question to Lynn?
What do you do if your debit card got transaction?
I use a debit card, and when my debit card was live, I tried to use it, and it not assist. I use my phone as some payment, like payment. I paid my check in the store. I have another card and I use another card to pay. And when I enter the shopping, I can check my card, or I can call my service customer, and I check my card, and it's problem.
Sorry, with who? Is it with customer service? Is that what you mean? You will check your card. Okay. Yeah. Good. Okay, very good. Yeah. So rather than service customer service, yeah, or support. You can. I think Tamir said helpline. That's okay. Customer support or just even support, is okay. Yeah, in this case. Very good. So lots of ground covered again. Yeah, we first read about what are some ways in which you can go about resolving your issue if your credit card was declined. Yeah, and then we made sure we understood what we read. We all answered the comprehension questions. And then you all talked a little bit about what you would do if your credit card was declined while shopping. I think all of you mentioned how you would call the support line, yeah, and try to have them, help you or figure out why the card, whether it's a debit card or credit card, is being declined. So nicely done today. I think some nice vocabularies covered that's related to finance. So I encourage you guys to go back to this resource after the class and just check your comprehension of the vocabularies too. I think these are good ones, especially if you have to talk to the teller in the bank or if you are having to have a conversation on finance. Okay, so that's about it for today's class, guys. Thanks for joining. I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. See y'all later. Bye.
Yes, bye, teacher.